Welcome back to the official GeekSpeak Podcast. I'm your host, Sean, and joined as always is Josh, the Radical Spatula, Rudy Rudolph. This is a podcast where we watch movies, make movies, play games, and more. Josh, how does it feel to be the Radical Spatula?
How is one supposed to feel about such a title of high regard? Question mark?
Yeah, of course. Come on, man.
Pass.
It means you're the coolest cook on earth. You're the Radical Spatula.
Did not know that was a thing that I needed to seek out in my life to feel fulfilled.
Well, you already earned it, so congratulations.
Yay.
We got some news today, and then we got, I'm not going to do all the news what happened because it's been about a month, but that's usually what happens here when we are delayed. But we usually do our year review end of January, early February, because it's a good way to help us catch up on things we missed in the past year. That being said, I caught up on one movie. That's it. So good job, me. I watched 10 movies. I've only watched 10 movies this year so far, but I only caught up on one movie from last year I wanted to see. I wanted to do more, but I just haven't had enough time. I did, however, finish watching The Office. I've seen it before. My fiance had not, so I showed her the show, and she's glad she finally gave the show a chance because she enjoyed it a lot. It's also a really strong ending to a fascinating last 2 seasons. Oh, if I want to know what it would have been like if Robert California stayed in the last season.
He should have. It would have been golden.
Or if Andy didn't leave on a boat for 3 months. Would have been different also. I guess a spoiler. That show has been out for 20 years, so sorry. Anyway, let's get into some news today, Josh.
What news be there?
Wuthering Heights released.
Cool. I'll be seeing it tonight.
We also got the release of a few other things. Let's go through a few releases at once, and we can just say, you can say yay or nay to them. Ready?
Cool.
Wuthering Heights, yay or nay in general.
Haven't seen.
Just give a yay or nay.
Indifferent.
This means yay, guys. He's happy for it. Wonder Man.
Yay.
Muppet Show.
Yay.
And The Iron Lung.
Yay.
So I'm gonna give Wonder Man an nay because I haven't watched it, and I'm being spiteful because I haven't seen it. I just haven't time yet.
Boo.
I want to see it. Muppet Show. I'm so sorry, world. Don't listen to this. It's a nay. I don't like it. I don't get the Muppets, guys. I'm trying so hard to understand this medium of Muppets, and I liked the movie, the 2011 one. I thought Muppets Most Wanted was really fun, and I don't like the show. I find it really boring.
Incorrect.
What's the point of it?
Oh my Lord. I'm sorry, listeners, that you have to listen to this and be offended. I'm offended just listening to it myself.
So most Muppets fans I know grew up on the Muppets. I know you didn't, but most people I know did.
I didn't even see the 2011 one in theaters. I had to watch that on DVD. The only one I ever saw in theaters was Most Wanted.
What year was that?
That was 2014. That was the sequel to the 2011 one.
Okay, but you were still like a kid. You were 14 years old-ish. So like
yeah, but I was of a refined palate at that age.
Were you, Josh?
No, not in the slightest.
So like I just didn't have attachment ever growing up. I didn't. My first exposure to these movies or these characters was the Christmas Carol when I was like 21 years old. I'm like, oh, this is fine. I first watched the movie was having a fight with someone, so it was a weird vibe. And then I watched the movie with you all. I'm like, it's fun. I had a good time with it, but I just didn't.
That explains it. Christmas Carol, I think, is decent. I do not think it is of their best quality. You gotta watch the original movie and The Great Muppet Caper. That shit is fucking hilarious.
I've seen the Muppet Christmas Carol again since then. That was fun. I watched it with Nicole this past year. It was more fun. But in general, it's just like it's my little Sebastian, guys. I'm so sorry.
God, it just keeps getting worse.
No, because like Ben White, there's nothing wrong with it. Just didn't like. All right. I like Jim Henson of it all. That's what I like about it. I like these guys' passion for Muppets and for puppets. That's cool. Anyway, Iron Lung, I am gonna give a yay. I don't know if it's popular opinion, honestly. Besides Markiplier fans, some of my coworkers hated it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. If you're not into it, you will hate it. This pacing is not great, but it works for me, and I really liked the Markiplier's like writing of it actually a lot. I wish that anything got answered, even one thing, but whatever.
I'm someone that is always a fan of being left in the dark about certain things and allowing audience to like piece together certain stuff. And I think that for when it comes to like the weird, like more mystical sci-fi fantasy elements of it, especially with what's happening in the Blood Ocean, I really like the vagueness of that. And when I watched it again, I was able to decipher a lot more and piece together more things. So it definitely improved on rewatch for me.
That's what I've heard.
I would say the thing that was a hindrance was like the lack of knowing like the events that led up to it and a lot of like more finer details about the world in general. I think that he left that stuff like a little bit too vague, and I think just like a little bit more explanation would have helped a lot. But I really like the slow burn nature of it, but I do agree that I think like if you shaved off like 15 minutes in like the middle, it would really help the pacing a lot. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. And that's not just coming from being a fan of his work. I think that it's a very well-made movie.
The bigger thing I'd say is also is like I don't know how to root for this guy actually. He's for those who don't know, he's a convict, and we don't know actually really what happened with his life, really, in this movie. We know I didn't do that filmation. What happened at filmation? We don't really know either. And on top of that, it's like, but you kill people. Yeah, but they deserved it. What? What happened here? But like, I think it's overall, I like it overall. I think it's fun. This is how I wanted the FNAF movie to be. The one room, pushing a button, looking at a screen. Like I think it actually works really well. It's a good concept for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, let's get to some trailers. Here we go, Josh. The Masters of the Universe teaser, starring Jared Leto. No, he's not starring it, but he's in it. Honestly, I don't have an attachment to He-Man or anything like that, but it looks kind of fun.
Yeah, like I very much enjoy they're kind of going the opposite direction of like, oh, like the real world is coming into this strange fantasy world or something like that. They're kind of inversing that.
We're taking you with us.
Yeah, like he was already from that world, went to our world, now he has to go back. Like it's a fun change of it, and I enjoy that. But again, I have no attachment to Heatman in any way, shape, or form, so like I don't really care. The only thing that has me excited is that it's from the same director of Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee, so like I'm hopeful it'll be good.
I am glad Noah Centineo was replaced.
Yeah.
This movie. I can't picture him in that outfit. I'm sorry. When you see him in the full like He-Man, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Looks like He-Man, I guess.
Mm.
And I think him as Prince, whatever, just in a button-up shirt, is pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's Idris Elba, right?
Yeah.
As the Tinker or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I wish the colors had more costumes. The costumes had more colors in general, but. Whatever, because I think it's really leaning into the 80s and the other world of it all. But
yeah,
I think it works as it is. I saw someone get mad that He-Man had pronouns on his desk. He-Man.
Fucking morons! I swear to Christ, they're all so stupid.
And it was very sincere. It was from this like a really MAGA account. I'm like, okay, I want to know what you think his name is then.
Sound it out. What does He-Man have in it?
Having it on the desk is clearly a joke about that. Like that's the funny part.
It's clearly supposed to poke fun at it.
I'll give this teaser yay. It's fine. And then I'm gonna give this other teaser that you might also agree with a yay as well. Spider-Noir.
Yes, very big yay. I remember when this got announced, whenever it was a few years ago, I was like, this could either really work or this might not work. And they're doing exactly what they should be doing for this. And they're also letting Nick Cage do his thing. And that's just going to make it even better.
I don't have time for this one. And I know Josh has no context for this. There's another One Piece season 2 teaser since the last episode we did. And I have gotten that point in the TV show at the anime now. So I'm like, oh, it's interesting. David Dasmalchian, great casting for this part. I know you don't know who he's playing or anything, but trust me, I'll tell you this. But you like the actor.
Oh yeah.
You see a picture I sent you though, right? In the chat.
Yeah, he looks like he's out of Lazy Town.
What's on his head, Josh? What's his hair like?
A pretzel.
What number?
I didn't see 3. I saw a B at first.
Well, it's a 3. He's Mr. 3.
That means nothing to me.
Well, he's a wax man. He makes wax things. He is a very famous part where the swordsman named Zorro. They're all trapped in a wax thing, and they think they're gonna die. So he's like, well, I'm gonna fucking pose then. I'm gonna die like this. It's a statue. It's gonna look cool, which I like that idea. Zorro's an idiot. I love him. So I think this teaser really fun. It showed the giants I like a lot. It showed a lot of fun. I really invested in the live action part of this because I think the current section I'm in is a little more dry than the last part I was in beforehand. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Also, I will say Spider-Noir. I love how Nick Cage is hamming it up.
Oh yeah.
Just want to say that. He referenced being inspired by Bugs Bunny. That makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Lara Croft. You are a Tomb Raider fan, I assume?
Yes, I've played the like prequel trilogy games. They're very good, and yeah, I'm excited for this new show.
Sophie Turner, the first image we got of her as Lara Croft was bomb. It was awesome.
It's very cool.
People, of course, complain about it. They got complaints, of course. Mostly from single men, I assume. People are mad about her red hair. I'm like, she has red hair in the first game. That's like, this is based on the N64 first look version of the game, and it looks dead on. Also, I saw people were like, her boobs aren't big enough. And you can complain about that in every adaptation ever. Just like, maybe date a real woman then at some point.
Talk to a real woman in real life, please.
Yeah. Now, here's the one valid complaint I'll give you, Josh. This one right here. This part does not match up right.
You know what? Fair.
It's of course, we don't have the voxel body, guys. So there's no pointy boobs, no literal rectangular waist, and, you know, I'm so sorry. People who are mad though about that, I think it'd be funny to do it as a joke for one bit somehow. I don't know how you do it, but if you could just reference it somehow, make the stupid fans happy, whatever. Golden Globes happened, and people won.
Yeah.
We now have and Emmys, right? Yeah,
I think.
Because Steven Spielberg is now an EGOT holder, which is crazy.
Well, no, he got that for the Grammys.
That's how it was. Some award show. Yeah, great. So that's crazy.
Yep.
I keep forgetting he has a Tony Award for producing or something. It's crazy. And he got a Grammy and it's really funny. He was produced a documentary of John Williams music. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
But good for you, Steven.
Yeah.
Golden Globes, any thoughts on the nominations or wins that happened?
Nothing that really stuck out
Jesse
in my
Buckley won. Hamnet won Best Motion Picture. Helen Mirren won. PTA won for Best Director. Golden won Best Song, unfortunately. It's a fine song. Not my problem with it. Rose Byrne won. I haven't seen the movie still. Timothée Chalamet won Marty Supreme. I think he's the youngest actor to win a Golden Globe for Best Actor. Could be wrong. Probably wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sinners won Best Score. The Pit won Best Drama TV Show. I haven't seen it still. What is The Pit? Is it just a hospital still?
It's a medical drama show, but it just takes place entirely in the emergency room, and it all takes place in real time.
That's a lot. The Studio, Seth Rogen won for Best Actor in a Musical Comedy Show, so that's fun. Yep, I haven't seen a lot of TV shows, but the movies I have seen, I like these awards mostly. We also got our Oscar nominations list. Any upsets for you, Josh?
That's a great question. Hold on, let me look.
Is it Delroy Lindo's his name?
Yeah.
So Delroy Lindo, I'm happy he got a first nomination. He deserved it a long time ago. I wish the nomination was for Miles Keaton in this movie instead. I'm so sorry. I think Miles also should have gotten it for Best Actor, not Supporting Actor. Personally, I don't think he was a supporting actor. He's like the lifeblood of the movie, but whatever.
I think if there's any off the top of my head that I'm disappointed by, but I understand for some reasons, are No Other Choice not getting a Best Picture nomination, same for lead actor, and then It Was Just an Accident for same no Best Picture nomination, because those were amazing movies.
F1's nominated over those.
Yeah, that's stupid. One of our friends, he kind of explained it to me about how because it got certain technical ones in the grand scheme of past nominations, ones that got those nominations as well ended up with a Best Picture nomination. I'm at least happy it got it over Avatar, because I don't like Avatar, and I like F1, but I don't think it deserves a Best Picture nomination. It's a solid film, but it's not one of the best of the year.
I really wish that. I'm really happy that Horror got nominations this year with both Weapons and Sinners.
Yeah, the Weapons one really surprised me.
For Amy Madigan as Gladys, which is awesome. Great.
It's so rare to get an actual pure horror role like that nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, people are really happy that both Sinners and Weapons got recognized for anything, honestly.
Yeah. But one that I'm I don't quite see, even though I really enjoyed it, Benicio del Toro for One Battle. He was great. I loved him in it. I don't think it was one of the best performances of the year, and I honestly think his performance in The Phoenician Scheme is a better one, even though I love both of those. I don't know who I would put it in its place, but I'm not going to say oh, this is a horrible nomination. I just think it's an interesting one, but probably not one I would have gone with per se.
I need to watch The Secret Agent, and I need to watch Blue Moon, because
hot take really for me for Oscars this year. I don't get The Secret Agent. Granted, I don't know a damn thing about Brazil, especially its history. And I think a lot of context of the film, you need to have known that. If for those that don't know, I'm very white and I don't know a lot of things. I saw this movie twice. I still don't get it. But I'm not going to act like that it's a poorly made film.
Give it a year or two.
I hope that I sincerely hope that it's one of those cases like after I do extensive research and give it time that I'll end up loving it. As I am right now, I just don't get it, but I'm not going to act like it's a bad thing. And compared to something like what was the one about rich people on boat? Triangle of Sadness. Triangle of Sadness. That one I don't get because I just don't think.
Also, Send Help.
That's a different one. But Triangle of Sadness, I didn't get that nomination just because, like, I don't think it was that good of a movie and, like, it was that funny of a movie either. Like, yes, it was well shot and, like, there were decent performances, but, like, it was just surface level, like, oh, rich people suck. And the comedy was so hit or miss for me. So, like, that was a case of that I didn't understand. But this is one I'm like, I'm not going to argue against its merits. And Wagner Moura getting a nomination, he was good in the movie. So that was at least a cool nomination to see.
I will say, Josh, maybe don't say I'm very white as I don't know country's history, just in general.
I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not lying about that. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things about a lot of countries that I'm not aware of for a multitude of different factors.
Is it covering the same stuff as I'm Still Here?
So this one is covering like a specific period in Brazil's history in like the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s, when there was not great government leadership happening and like a lot of authoritarianism kind of stuff. But it's never explicit about a lot of the stuff. It is very like underneath the surface kind of thing. There's also a lot of like things that happen. This is not a spoiler at all in the movie, but there's like a newspaper clipping that says like 100 people like died in like some freak accident at a carnival festival. And like, it's just very glossed over. And like, I understand the attention behind a moment like that. But for me, as someone that does not understand the significance of like what life was like in Brazil at that time, it doesn't hit the same for me because it is very like underneath the surface kind of stuff. I'm willing to bet for people that come from Brazil and know about the history, it is probably very impactful. But for me, as someone that doesn't know a lot, it doesn't land quite for me. That's kind of like where my head is at with it, if that makes sense.
God of War casting, Josh.
Great transition.
Ryan Hurst has been cast as Kratos.
To go from Thor in the games to playing Kratos is pretty cool.
This image is cool. Of them back to back like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had no context. Sure. Yay.
His performance as Thor in the second game was really good. He has a great voice, so I'm excited to see what he brings to the role. I do wish Christopher Judge got to play Kratos in the show because he's a giant hulking beast of a man and he's got the voice because he voiced him. But I'm down to see what this guy can bring to the table for the role.
He's not supposed to be white though, is he?
No. Okay, so both games he was voiced by a black man, but he is a Spartan in Greece. So like he is a white man, just played by black actors.
I thought he was a black guy covered in ash.
He is covered in ash.
I haven't played the games. I knew something. Cool. Netflix's live action Scooby-Doo series begins filming in April. I have no context of this. I'll judge when I see a trailer, I guess, or see something.
Who's making it? So I can properly either be somewhat excited or somewhat scared. Let's see.
Your mom's making it. Greg Berlanti, who did Arrowverse.
Okay. I really like Doom Patrol. Oh, no, audio. I was getting audio from something else.
Wrong world. Okay.
But I really like Doom Patrol. I thought that was a really good show, and he did a really good job with that. And then I've started Superman and Lois, which he also created, which is really good. So I'm down to see what he brings to Scooby-Doo.
Also, let's see. Josh Applebaum and Scott Rosenberg wrote the first episode.
Those names sound familiar.
The first episode is titled Scooby-Doo. Oh, I know. So, sure. Whatever. Yay. Kathryn Hahn news.
Cool.
She's in talks to star as Mother Gothel and Tangled live action. No. Sorry.
How dare you?
That's just lazy casting.
I don't care. It works.
This should. You just want to have fucking, what's her name again? Mrs. Evil Witch. I don't remember her character's name. Agatha, even the fucking show. You just want to have Agatha again. That's all it is. It's like this, like that. Oh, she looks like her. Let's do that. I don't love this casting. I don't like the casting so far of also the main guy who's playing Flynn in this.
Yeah,
Um,
but for me though, it's not like because of his talent. It's because I just see the Disney Channel Zombies movie whenever I see him, and so that's gonna be really hard for me to not see that. But also, despite me liking Kathryn Hahn's casting, I still don't want this movie to exist because I hate these
right.
remakes.
That's true. Someone gives an A just on that purpose alone. Also, let's get into. Oh, I was going to say also earlier. Send Help released. Yay.
Great one, loved it.
Let's talk about some Doomsday. Some Doomsday. A little
Oh
bit of Doom
boy,
for you. Some Doom. Some
what
Josh Doom.
what Doom
Doom
do we
for Josh's
got?
life. Very common.
Yep.
Sorry. Doom. Last teaser potentially, but first teaser of Black Panther and Fantastic Four together. See, this is what I wanted these teasers to be in the first place. At least it's something like happening. Like the other ones are just like it's Thor just talking to himself. It's Captain America holding a costume. X-Men are just like I'm sad and standing here. I'm like okay.
I think the problem with how they did the release for these teasers, because the teasers by themselves, I don't have an issue with, but it's like, oh, 1 week you get this 10-second teaser, next week another one, then another one following week. It's a very weird way to have done it. They should have done this in 1 week and then at the end of the week release a whole trailer for it. But we still don't have one for it because they're still making the movie. So it feels very weird to have released these at all.
And there's no Spider-Man trailer yet either,
That's still really weird
which
to
is
me.
fascinating because it comes out this year.
It comes out in
And
July, in a few months.
yeah, well, I think it has to happen. I think they have to release Doomsday first.
I don't think so.
I think it's like that impactful. Why else?
I think it's too soon because we still have until December, as long as it doesn't get moved again.
I don't know. It's weird, but this teaser's fine. I've seen a trailer like edited before of all four of these together as one thing. It's way better. It's like, oh yeah, this is more. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And it'd be kind of cool if that's what we got. I'd be happier. But sure, I'll give us this one a yay. The others are kind of an A-ish because it's just like whatever. But we're gonna talk about now some Batman stuff. 3 pieces of Batman news, Josh,
Batman.
or Batman related things. Yes, you are a fan of Sebastian Stan.
Correct.
According to Hollywood Reporter, might be playing Harvey Dent in part 2 of the movie Batman.
Ooh.
Could you be behind that casting?
Oh, very much so.
Would you want him to be Two-Face or just Harvey?
That's a great question. It really comes down to what story he has planned for this, because I don't want to end up being another Dark Knight situation where he's like Harvey for most of it and then turns Two-Face by the end. Like either have him just be Harvey in this and the next movie he's Two-Face, or have him be Two-Face the whole time.
I prefer that one, honestly. I think just have Bruce have a history of people already. Makes sense. It's fun.
Yeah.
And more you can. It's been a time jump anyway. You could have had Two-Face just been someone. He's already met the Joker and is in prison, so like you can just have him know people. It's possible. So yeah, I like this casting if it's what we get. Then I'm going to talk about some DC U stuff, not DC, not EU, not I don't know what we call this universe. Battinson, Rob Bat. So we have a Clayface delay. It has moved from September 11th, which is a great thing they moved from that, honestly. Moving from 9/11 is not a great way to release your horror movie. I'm sorry. It's now going to be in October, which is better for the Halloween season. It'll be October 23rd.
Cool.
So that's better in general, but I'm like, I don't want to see this movie on 9/11. I'm so sorry. So thank you. And then Christina Hodgson, who worked in The Flash and Birds of Prey, is writing the script for Brave and the Bold. And Andy Muschietti is still directing. But I don't know. I'm not fully convinced it's still happening. I'm so sorry. I'm going to be my Battinson brain. Because I still think general audiences will be a little confused by 2 Batmans at one time. Like, actually. So, I don't think it's a good plan. But, because I know people who still think, I know someone who thinks that Ben Affleck will still be main Batman. If you keep it as just Pattinson, it'd be easier for people. It just would be. Like, people are both smarter and dumber than you think they are. That's just how it is. But also, Christina Hodgson, I don't know. I haven't seen The Flash. I've seen Birds of Prey. And I think that, while it was a really fun movie, butchered, like, every character. That's just like, so it's hard for me to get behind that.
I'm down for it, like both her writing it and Andy directing it, because I've come around on Andy directing it after watching Welcome to Derry. That shit fucking slapped, was really, really good. So I have far more faith in him making this now because he's going to actually have creative control. Whereas with The Flash, you could tell that was a Frankenstein movie in so many different factors. So I don't blame him for a lot of the problems of it. Same with her scripts, because again, when the studio is making changes every damn second, it's a little hard to make a quality film. So It's whatever. I really like Birds of Prey. I don't know. Again, I don't know most of the characters, so changes of those doesn't really affect me. But like, I'm not gonna act like it doesn't make sense why people are mad about it. But I still really like just how that film was as a whole. So I'm excited to see what the two of them come up with for this version of Batman for this universe. But yeah, still feels weird to have this exist and have Pattinson's go on at the same time.
All right. Let's move on to the last teaser or trailer we're going to talk about here. Is for something that makes no goddamn sense. The first trailer for Stranger Things Tales from 85, which breaks canon in numerous ways. Like a lot of ways, actually. So, what? Interesting choices here.
It's a project that conceptually I'm down for. I like this. I always like this idea of like a show or film series have more things happen in between that we don't get to see. But it seems to be on the scale of like this would be
but not seasons.
Yeah, like this. I feel like this would have been very notable for them to have referenced at some point between seasons 3 to 5, and they don't. So it's just funnier that way. But I also know there's other like books and stuff in the series that are like prequel books and other things as well that never get referenced. So like, it's not a thing that damages things. It's just
pumpkin monster.
Huh?
There's a pumpkin monster in this thing. What's going on?
They're leaning into it being an animated show more aimed for kids. So like, I'm not going to critique it super harshly. It's also very funny that like none of the original actors came back for this. I'm not saying I wanted all of them to, but it's just weird that like David Harbour and Joe Keery don't.
Jeremy Jordan as Steve Harrington.
That's very weird.
So I just hear Jeremy Jordan. I hear fucking Jack Kelly from Newsies over here. This is fascinating though. But that it's supposed to be canon makes it really hard for me to get behind this at all. Honestly, I think if it's an Elseworld, if this is a Telltale game for fun, that'd be more fun to me.
See, this is the thing though. There was originally, before Telltale originally went under, they were working on a Stranger Things game thing that was supposed to be streamed on Netflix. Part of me thinks that this is like what came about from that, because like that was supposed to take place between seasons 2 to 3. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the story elements from that got made into this, but this is speculation. I have no idea. It could be a whole new thing. Who knows? But it's fun to speculate sometimes.
I also love that there's an extra character in the back that no one mentions ever again if it's canon.
Well, that really kid's gonna die a horrible death then.
Yeah, that's true. They don't really talk about people who died in the show very much later on. I like the concept of an animated show in this world. I think it should have been seasons 4 and 5. You could show you could show them trying some more crawls. You could have shown before the place went down.
Nothing happens though. That's the thing.
Well, you can make. I think it's easier to make up stories there than it is to make up stories here, personally. Because you don't have to show monsters, but you can show like other problems that might happen. Sure, nay-ish. I don't know, man. What's your thought? Yay or nay? Okay.
I'm indifferent.
Ready for the biggest nay in the world?
Sure.
About a month ago, we lost the legend Kathryn O'Hara.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to bring it up here because usually I start the news with this. I want to end this time with this, as you suggested before a few times. And I think I want to go from something 80s to something she's done a lot of things in the 80s also. She is an amazing, amazing actress, a great performer, and also seeing numerous actors like talking about her after the fact, also posthumously. And it's like, okay, I wish this is the kind of person that I would have loved to have met in my life. And I don't know, just Home alone, you can see how much love she has for performing and stuff, and it's really cool to see. Kevin, yeah, it's really tragic, and she was really like overall pretty young for when this happened to her. So you always think you have more time, so just hug your loved ones, tell them you love them.
No, you kind of hit all the points. It was a very sudden thing, especially after last year. She had big roles in stuff like The Studio and a guest spot on The Last of Us, and was fantastic in both of them. And yeah, it's just very shocking to whenever something like this happens, especially to someone like that is wasn't that old, and it was just a very tragic sudden thing to happen.
Yeah. So let's just move on though. Unfortunately, we have to do that. But today, it is now time for a year in review on 2025. Recording this on February 16th. It should be out before February ends. I literally only caught up again on, I think, in this month, one movie I missed. So let's get into the movies, Josh. Woohoo! Movies and shows and things, but mostly movies. That's what the podcast is mostly about. So
the shows will be a lot easier for me to keep track of because I actually kept a list of the shows that I watched from last year.
You never do it. It's nice. Good job. I also hate Letterboxd doesn't have like if things came out on festivals a year prior and stuff. It doesn't have it in the same 2025 list.
That's why I just make my own list whenever I watch everything, so that way I remember.
I'll probably do it. I'm not gonna rank it because I don't like doing. That's too much for me. Let's get into classic answer, classic thing. We usually do yays and nays here. So what's the biggest yay of the year for you, Josh?
I mean, Sinners. We've talked about it on here before multiple times. It's the best movie of the year to me. It's so good on every single level.
I agree, but I'm gonna say Superman because that's also fantastic, and I think it gave me more of a yay feeling when watching it. Like yay, just like the whole time. No, actually not the whole time. When he was hurt, that's not yay. And then biggest nay of the year. Not necessarily the worst movie, but one just like this is not for you.
Oh, there's a very easy answer for that. While many would think it would be Ice Cube's War of the Worlds, it is in fact Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I did not like that movie at all. Not good.
My biggest nay of the year, I'm probably gonna go with it's one of these two. I'm just gonna say I know what you did last summer. I wasn't a big fan. I liked the reference to Nicole Kidman's AMC thing in it. About where my legs the movie stop. So biggest nay might be that. I also was not a big fan of Disney live action Snow White movie, but
fair.
That's just
even though like that's the worst of the two. I think that the Lilo and Stitch one makes me more mad.
Ooh, it doesn't for me. I have problems with it, but not nearly as much as Snow White. And that's also not a fault of Rachel Zegler. She's fine in it. Gal Gadot, that was fascinating in it. Let's talk about our most neutral nay, which is like a middling, just not quite, up to what we want it to be. Someplace is in the neutral zone of positive, negative, but more on the negative side for us personally.
For me, that one's pretty easy, and it's also the film that I was most disappointed by. It's Ethan Coen's movie Honey Don't, starring Margaret Qualley and Chris Evans. I was really looking forward to
that movie.
I've seen otherwise. It's a very confused movie. It doesn't know what it's trying to do. It's only 90 minutes, so there's no time for the mystery to like get fleshed out. The comedy is all over the place, and there's just no real focus to it. I loved his last movie, Drive Away Dolls. I thought that was hilarious. That was great.
I want to see it.
This one, though, it really disappointed me.
My most neutral nay is probably with Wolfman, where I think it's okay. Like, no, here's the thing. I probably give it like a 3-star if I don't read movies anymore. That's probably where I would land roughly around there. I think I had a lot of pros going for it. It didn't work as much as I wanted it to. So it disappointed me a lot more than I wanted it to.
That's fair.
And I think there's no fault of anyone. I just had like a few things that were just not landing for me. I might watch it again though. I liked Leigh Whannell's directing overall. He also did Invisible Man and Upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish Julia Garner did a bit more. I think she's better in other movies this year, personally. But that could just be the way it's directed or written. Like I don't know as much. It's always hard to tell with what problems were what department sometimes, or what things that didn't land for you because of what area. But yeah, I think that's just my most neutral. Again, not a big negative, but it wasn't my favorite thing. And then a neutral yay. This is something, again, similar vibe of just a more neutral movie that lands in a more positive way.
I'm going to go with the How to Train Your Dragon remake.
I'm shocked you said a remake for this.
I know, me too. But like compared to like the Disney live action remakes, because obviously this was made by the same director of the original movies, there is a lot more love and care put into it. Even though it's like, a shot for shot, line for line remake, it's very soulless in those matters, but I can tell there is effort and love put into it. I don't think it really does anything better than the original, but if I was forced to watch this, I'm not going to be mad if I have to watch it again.
Nice. I'm probably going to go with Freakier Friday for this.
Ooh.
I had a lot of fun with it. I'm being positive. It says a yay.
Neutral yay, though.
Fine. I'll pick something else, I guess, then. I don't know, man. This is my answer, actually, then. And you probably agree with this one. Jurassic World Rebirth. It's fun. It has problems, but it's fun.
I enjoyed it more than most, but I'm not going to fault anyone if they didn't, enjoy it as much as me.
It also, this poor family on this damn boat. I'm way more invested in them than anything else. I wish we got to spend time with them instead of the researchers who just were on a treasure hunt basically for MacGuffins.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun, but the movie's fine. I would lean toward it being more positive, but I didn't like the literal alien xenomorph creature at the end.
Oh, I loved that thing. That was great.
Oh, I hated it.
Ooh.
What are we doing here? I kept making.
Sean hates fun.
That's not true. Gareth Edwards is also a really cool sci-fi director. Like you did Godzilla, Creator, Rogue One.
Mhm.
So I was excited to see this happen with this. I love all those movies. I want this movie a little bit more of, I don't know, that same vibe. But it could be a script issue for me. I don't like a lot of the dialogue, and I don't think all the performances land necessarily in this movie. But I think that overall, it's at least a fun watch. And then, Josh, who was the best movie villain this year? I have my
Ooh.
answer for this one. I want to go first. I think the answer, it's between two. It's gotta be either Mark Ruffalo and Mickey 17, or it's gonna be Gladys in Weapons. That's more villainy.
No, I got my answer.
But-
It's Sean Penn in one battle after another.
Oh my god.
One of the most deranged performances I've
What?
ever seen in the movie. He is gold throughout the whole thing. I loved him.
So not the Jeff Goldblum as the wizard,
No,
or you could say it's in The Running Man. It's capitalism.
fair.
Or well, Ethan Hawke's pretty fun in the Black Phone too.
Yep.
Villain. Or Monsignor Wicks, Wicked Dead Man. There's some fun villains this year. Mission Impossible. I don't remember who the villain was. Gonna be honest with you. Who's the villain in this movie?
AI and Gabriel.
Oh, Isa Morales. Okay. I mean, there's also the obvious Hard Eyes villain. Or Lex Luthor. Pretty fun.
Lex Luthor is great.
Mark Ruffalo's really fun though in Mickey 17.
Oh yeah.
It can be a bit triggering for some people because he's very much just doing Trump. A lot of it. But it also is. They filmed it many years ago, and Trump got worse. So, like, I mean, they were worried it might be too over the top, but it was not too over the top. I also would argue the entire family in Death of a Unicorn's a villain. But let's go with our most unhinged experience, and that means experience of watching a movie. What's unhinged? Not necessarily the movie itself. But it can be the movie itself. So, do you have a weird theater experience this year, or a weird time that was anything that was just like this movie just was bizarre and not weirdest movie because that is the next category, but an unhinged experienced.
Oh man,
Experience?
that's a hard one.
I'm gonna give this one. My most unhinged experience was a theater experience, and it was watching the movie Weapons.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
There was a man next to us who was scream laughing the entire movie, and it was crazy. Like, it was like there was funny moments, but it was at every possible moment, and sometimes just talking. Like there's a moment in the movie where someone's face gets ripped off and stuff. He's like, "Ha, that's great, good for her." Like it's just like something, just the kind of commentary. I'm like, what's going on? And it was a situation where it's like, this is just like how this human being is. If I report it, nothing's gonna change because just this is just this person. It was just a weird time. He was next to my fiance, so her ears were ringing in the movie because it was so loud and so much. But you know, I enjoyed the movie still, regardless.
I'll go for a Minecraft movie for most unhinged experience.
I saw that with you.
That was a wild ride. It's not the weirdest movie, but I felt like this is what it's like to be high while watching a movie.
I mean, Buggoni's pretty unhinged too, honestly. Looking at this movie list now. Yeah. Let's go with weirdest movie though, which for me might be The Monkey.
That's a good one.
The Monkey's really fun.
I
It is
love The
also
Monkey.
very weird. Also, together it's pretty weird. And Josh doesn't study for these ever. He just goes in blind, even though he has years now to look back on for evidence of these kind of questions.
The Toxic Avenger remake. That was probably the weirdest movie I saw this year. Great time, but weird.
Also, period because you guys don't know, he was just the voice. He did not do the body work. He kept crediting the person. I don't
Yeah,
remember her
that
name
was
now, but
that was
apparently they were
wild to
fantastic.
learn. His body stunt double, however he classified them, they did great.
Yeah, phenomenal work. And it was like 89 degrees outside a lot of times, so it was like really, really hot outside in this the suit. I want to watch the movie. He says it's really weird, but is it a fun weird?
Oh, it's a fun weird. It's a very intentional weird. The cast is all amazing. It's a very specific type of like B movie. I've never seen any of the original movies or whatnot, so like kind of go in expecting the weirdest things possible, but it's really funny.
Now, what's really funny to me is we have on here from a past question that doesn't really apply anymore, but was top 3 favorite superhero movies. We only had 4. So it's like not really a category. There used to be years where we have like, 5, 6, 7 sometimes. Like it was a lot sometimes. And now it's just like, oh, let's just, I think, rank the 4 of them this year. I didn't watch Brave New World, but we have Superman, Thunderbolts, Brave New World, and then Fantastic Four. What's your ranking, Josh?
This is a great question because I keep going back and forth on Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. I'll stick with how I have them ranked right now. I'll go with Superman, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, and then Brave New World. Brave New World is like the only outlier out of those four, where I need to rewatch it just to fully know what my thoughts are. When I saw it, I thought that it was a solid movie, but like there was a lot of problems with it. And then like Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, I keep going back and forth on because like I keep feeling like Fantastic Four is just missing something, and I don't know what it is. But I felt like with Thunderbolts, it's a more complete experience, if that makes sense. And again, I could just be a crazy person and am missing something that doesn't need to be missed. I don't know. But I loved most of these superhero movies.
For me, it's Superman, obviously, then Thunderbolts, then Fantastic Four, and I watched Brave New World. I think Fantastic Four was really good. It's really, both Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are really depressing overall, actually. It's just kind of an ominous, just like, oh, we can't do this. It's like the most of the movie. And I really, Thunderbolts is really strong, but it's not superhero. It's like really just not cape shit. There's just no superhero stuff really in the movie. It's like in the same world and it's similar characters, but it's just like, it reminds me of the TV show Powerless a little bit, where it just kind of existed in DC, but not really about superheroes. That's how this felt to me. But I really liked what's her face in it? The Julie Louis-Dreyfus just playing evil government girl again. That's pretty fun as Valentina.
Yep.
Sure. And Louis Pullman being Bob for 2 roles in a row. Pretty funny also.
Yeah.
With Top Gun Maverick in this. Yeah. I liked it. I think Fantastic Four was really good, but I want it to land a little bit more than it did for me. I think it was really strong, but probably like an 8 out of 10. But I just was hoping for that 9 or 10, but it didn't happen. Superman, though, 10 out of 10. Love it. Sorry.
Yep.
Not gonna apologize for that. I love it forever. And the next thing would have been top 3 non-favorite superhero movies. But then let's just pick 2 or 3 movies that you haven't highlighted yet. You wouldn't just like say this. These are just fun. Just fun. Because I have other categories later on, but 2 or 3 movies you think are just fun movies that we haven't highlighted yet. I want to talk about some things we mentioned before in our autumn recap. So I'm gonna go a little later. I'm gonna talk about One of Them Days. Really fun movie.
Yeah.
With Keke Palmer and SZA and Joshua David Neal. It's Patrick Cage as Maniac. And get out of here while you can. It's so funny. You did not heed my instructions. Caution was not had. And then Maud Apatow was from Knocked Up and Staten Island. This is 40. She was in as well as the white girl, Bethany. I'm saying the white girl. Like there was like one white girl in this movie. That's what I'm saying, because her whole thing was being a white girl in the jungle. God, that's how like Wine Time Girls. Really funny. Jesus, I love this movie. I want to see it again soon. It's so funny and it's over the top in great ways. The bit of her being electrocuted is so stupid. I loved it.
I loved it.
The blood going everywhere.
That's great. I've got my 2, and they're both ones that people are not going to agree with, but I love them. And there's a lot of fun choices I can make, but I'm picking these ones just to make people mad. Play Dirty, the Shane Black heist movie that nobody saw, and anyone that did, they didn't like. I fucking loved it. Everyone is incorrect. And just like with Babylon, I will be correct about this getting reevaluated in a few years and people saying it's a masterpiece. And then my other one, Tron Ares. I really, really like Tron Ares. I had a lot of fun with it. Granted, it could have just been the vibes of the score and the sound design. I don't know. But god damn it, I had fun with it. Yes, I don't like Jared Leto being in it, but he doesn't destroy the movie.
Josh is pro Jared Leto now. Got it.
That's incorrect. I think it would be better if it wasn't him, but he doesn't destroy the movie.
No.
Just listen to the score. It's so good.
Dead Man's Wire, which is a movie that I think is really strong, and it's just Bill Skarsgård being Jimmy Stewart for an hour and a half, and that's so much fun. Actually, it's Bill Skarsgård being Jimmy Stewart playing Arthur Fleck, and it makes me really happy. Have you seen that movie before?
No, it wasn't playing anywhere near me.
It's a true story. My coworker's friend wrote it, by the way, so it's pretty fun. I live in LA, so I think things like this happen like that. It's really funny. Jacob Montgomery's in it also, and he's like, I didn't recognize him at first, or Cary Elwes. Al Pacino's movie, so funny. Al Pacino is just this awful father. Coleman Ringo's fantastic in it. It's a really good, strong film. If you don't like it, I get it. Some people think it's not just not quite as strong. Like it's also we're making a story based on real life. You can't change too much sometimes, and it's often hard to make everything land. But it shines the performances. It's really strong. I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10, but I think it's really strong overall. And then again, just Eternity. Please watch Eternity, guys. It's a rom-com that will wreck you.
Yeah. All right, I'll give a third choice just to make people happy. The Naked Gun is probably the most fun I had watching a movie. It was amazing. It was hilarious. Getting to see a comedy like this in a sold out theater, it was like a religious experience. I hadn't experienced this, I think, since like 22 Jump Street over a decade ago. Like, it's been so long since I've seen a pure comedy in theaters like this.
The next category was funniest movie experience. Is that your answer for that then?
Yep. Easily my top choice.
Okay. Mine might be the one line about the legs thing in Materialists. No, for funniest, it's a lot of answers here. It might be One of Them Days still, but I also did laugh a lot at Good Fortune. I wanted it to be funnier than it was, but I laughed a lot at it. Begonia has a lot of funny moments, but not always for good reasons, like uncomfortable funny moments. Freakier Friday has a lot of funny moments. So if Send Help was this past year, that would have been my answer. That was really funny and really good also. Yeah, I think it's just One of Them Days again. Sorry, I'm using the same answer again. But I hadn't watched I watched the first Naked Gun this past year to watch that one in theaters. Didn't get a chance to watch that one in theaters, but the first Naked Gun movie, that's really funny.
This one's so
Then
good.
becomes a sports movie at the end. Let's go with best horror, which is a few options this year actually. I mean, obviously I'm going to say Sinners, but besides Sinners, I'm going to go with it might be. I'm looking at 3 in a row here. Together, Hard Eyes and the Monkey are all pretty strong, honestly.
You see, I would say Sinners, but to me, it's not a pure horror movie. It has the horror aesthetics, but it's much more of a drama that just so happens to have vampires and stuff. Its main intention is not to scare you. So for me, I think Weapons is still my favorite horror movie of the year.
I think if the director says it's horror, and Radcliffe says it's horror. So,
but it's not. The main intention is not to scare, though. That's the thing.
No, but it's still a horror. There's a lot of horror elements involved in it. It's okay. There's scary parts to it. You don't have to give the answer if you want to. Anyway, I'm gonna go with probably this one for best horror. There's a lot of fun ones this year. That's good. Frankenstein's pretty good, decent too with the horror vibes. I might just give a highlight. I might just say Hard Eyes because Valentine's Day is literally 2 days ago, and I'm just maybe in the mood for love. But I don't think it's necessarily the best of the year. But it's a really fun experience. And fuck Spyglass, guys. But I really think this movie is just a fun time and some good kills. But maybe the most uncomfortable horror this year is still Together.
Fair.
Because that whole there's a scene in a bathroom stall where something gets stuck. Oh no, uncomfortable.
Oh, another honorable mention I'll also say is the Philippou Brothers movie Bring Her Back. Their follow-up to Talk to Me. Really good, really unsettling. I don't think it's as good as Talk to Me is, but still a very, very well-made horror movie with a lot of creepy stuff happening.
Best new TV show that you watched?
I gotta crack out the list for this. Best new show. So not like returning seasons, just a brand new shows.
Give both. You can give a new show for you or a show that's new in general.
I
mean, I didn't watch a lot. The only thing I think that I watched come out this year was Stranger Things 5, and it's not the best thing I'd say I watched. So I'm not gonna go with that answer.
I'll go with oh wait, no, hold on. Hold on.
I might say a new season of something. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's gonna piss people off because it's reality TV. Season 49 of Survivor. There you go. I don't watch TV, but it's a fun season though, right? We got to see the Wiz God, Rizgod.
It was fun. If I had to, if we're talking returning seasons, like if we're including that, then easily Andor, hands down. But if we're talking just new shows, then it's between The Studio and Pluribus.
It's X97 for me. Never mind.
That was not this year, my dude.
Oh my god, what is anything?
That was 2024.
Look, man, time isn't real to me anymore. Okay. Actually, I watched the first 2 episodes of Ironheart in a theater. That was really good. I didn't finish the show, but that was really good.
That was good.
See, I will watch a lot of things like that. I have got invited to see a Star Wars numerous times. I rarely finish them. So, yeah, I guess not X-Men. My bad, I guess. I thought X-Men was this year.
But yeah, Studio and Pluribus are my choices for best new shows of last year.
I was told the other day I need to watch Andor again. I was told by 5 people to watch Andor.
You gotta watch it, man. It's so
I've seen
good.
The first 5 minutes.
You gotta watch the whole thing. It's so good.
I know. People are like, why do you watch TV? You love movies. I don't watch. I don't have enough time in my life to do anything at this point. I want to do. I just don't have time for anything, and it's a little frustrating because I work full time, which is great. I have fiance, which is great. We often when I'm home with her, spend time with her. We have our own shows we watch together usually. And actually, if I can say a show, what's a show that's an older show, Josh, that's new for you this year? We started watching anything? Because for me, it's One Piece. I started in December.
I guess for me, it would be Twin Peaks. That was the thing I started most recently. I just finished the original show not too long ago and watched the movie. Movie's fantastic. And right now I'm working on the limited series that came out back in 2017. Really good mindfuck. Really, really good.
Josh loves getting fucked in the mind. I also will probably have more answers to this question after we stop recording and think about more shows I actually did watch. But no idea what they are now. I finished The Office though again. That's fun. It's something. It's a new show. It's fun seeing my partner watch it for the first time. That's kind of fun to me. Best animated feature this year.
I didn't watch too many anime movies, but I'm going to go with K-pop Demon Hunters. That one was a surprising amount of fun. Of course, Sony's animation is stellar. Music was fantastic. It's a very different kind of musical, and it's just really, really well made. I'm excited to see what they do with a sequel for it.
I have only seen 2 anime movies. I've seen Zootopia 2 and The Bad Guys 2. Both sequels. I guess the best of those two to me. I don't even know. Maybe Zootopia. They're both fine. That's kind of my takeaway. I loved in Bad Guys 2 the fucking MacGuffinite. That's hilarious. Still.
I love that so much.
I will always laugh at that. Best joke in a movie in a long time. So then we're going to go to coolest costume. There's a lot of them. A lot of costumes in movies. Keep in mind, there's been no Oscar nominations this year for costumes for Wicked. So that's neat. Kind of a slap in the face. The guy who made it last year is like, well, what's different? I mean, all the costumes in Hand are pretty cool. Same with Frankenstein, but kind of just period-based clothing. If it was just Glass Onion instead of Wake Up Dead Man, I'd say Benoit Blanc's costumes probably. But none of the superhero stuff is that cool costume-wise this year. I mean, Superman's cool, but like not like it's. I don't think it's the coolest costume material necessarily to me.
I'll say like any of Jennifer Lopez's costumes and Kiss of the Spider Woman.
All right,
that shit was good.
I'm gonna be silly here. I'm gonna say Miles Teller in old man outfits.
That was great. I love that. That was hilarious.
But I also like the fashion in Marty Supreme a lot. I think it worked really well and very immersive. And all this was just period-based clothing, period-piece-based clothing.
No, what am I saying? Hobo DiCaprio in one battle after another.
The robe and the pajama pants.
It's so good. It's amazing.
That's pretty great. It's pretty great. How about the weird aqua-colored sweater over a sweater in Minecraft for Steve? That didn't make sense for the costume anyway. Sinners had great costumes actually.
Yeah.
Like both Smoke and Stack were so sleek. But I'm gonna say for superhero vibes, it's probably Fantastic Four for me. I think those costumes worked really, really well.
Yeah.
But Hobo DiCaprio is pretty great. Yeah. So let's move on then from coolest costumes to biggest surprise of 2025. Could be positive, could be negative.
Ooh, that's a great
Just saying.
question. I'll go with Kiss of the Spider Woman, and this is the biggest surprise for me because of the director. The director, for those that don't know, is Bill Condon. He made Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2 and the Beauty and the Beast remake. Beauty and the Beast remake is not a good musical. So when I heard he was making a new musical, I was like, I don't know about that. And then I watched the trailer. I'm like, hold on, this guy's cooking right now. What's happening? And then I watched it. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. Where was this when he made the Beauty and the Beast remake? So yeah, biggest surprise for me. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, best musical of the year easily.
Biggest surprise for me, I have kind of two. On a Black Phone 2, I was surprised that it was as cohesive as it was, actually.
Yeah.
Like I thought it would be good, but I thought it'd be like a little messier because where do you go from there kind of thing. And then I really thought that Regretting You was better than how it was going to be. I didn't like Yourself, but like I had a lot of fun with it. I don't think it was like a masterpiece or anything, but I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be like trash. I thought it was like, it's okay. Which is still a huge step up. So that's for me, that's pretty positive. I like the performances a lot. Well, no, I like the two main of McKenna Grace and Mason Thames. I think no one else in it was very good. But I think it's also a writing problem there for the other people. Also, for costumes, I want to say again, Running Man has some cool outfits.
Yeah.
Movie you wish you got a chance to see in theaters that you did not. I'm going to go with Life of Chuck. I watched that this year, 2026. That was the only movie I caught up on from last year. It's really good, and I'm mad I didn't see it in theaters. I know I really wanted to. I think it came out during Was it September last year or no summer?
It was in I think July.
I don't think Nicole was super into it at the time. I was like, I really want to see this. And at home she's like, well, I would have watched it with you. But like, it's really, really strong. And the first act is so cool, or I guess tell me the third act,
Mhm.
and then what it means later on. It's so good.
Yeah.
I told my parents to watch it. They watched it. And they both cried. Like, yeah, it's a good movie. I recommend good things, guys. Listen to me.
I'll go
Yeah.
with K-pop Demon Hunters for this one because it did get 2 different theatrical re-releases, but I wasn't able to see either of them because that was when my back was broken. It's a very cool experience at home. I imagine at home in theaters it would have been amazing.
Yeah. I also visited theaters. I wanted to see it in theaters too. Didn't get a chance, but I'll watch it one day. Anything you watched in 2025 for the first time that didn't release that you loved?
That I
Like,
didn't
my
love.
diary now instead. No, things that released I did not release in 2025 that you watched for the first time that you loved. What do you hear in another movie from me that's just a pure neutral, not even yay or nay, just neutral? And it's Now You See Me 3. Now You 3 Me. I wanted to love the movie. Those movies are so campy, and it can work. I watched all 3 Now You See Me's in the same week.
Okay, I got one. So for the Criterion holiday sale this year, I got the Wes Anderson collection with all of his movies, and I started watching all of them. And I finally saw for the first time his second movie, Rushmore. Really loved that. Jason Schwartzman is fantastic in it. You could really start to see his style start to come into play here. It's also just really funny. It's a really, really good one.
We watched Double Teamed. The decom. I might go with this is an easy answer. I watched Psycho for the first time, 1960. Loved it, but also Hitchcock, so obviously I'm like it. I think House of Wax is cheesy but really fun, but I don't think I loved the right word. I want to find something that's actually like maybe a surprise for me. Let's go with this movie, Josh. I watched for the first time. It's What's Inside in 2024.
Cool.
You seen it?
Nope.
Oh, I loved it. I think they do have one celebrity cameo in it for one frame, pretty much. It's Jared Leto. Because of course it fucking is. But it's a strong movie. It's pretty creepy. You can tell it's a small budget. Like it's done well for sure. And then let's move to the last. That was actually the last cover in the wrap up thing. We had part 2 of this thing. It's just most anticipated movies of this year. You can also say if one thing that if something came out in January, February, you came out that you want really excited to see, like Send Help, for instance. You could say that also. That's a good movie. What's coming out this year? Oh, Spider-Man. I guess I'm excited for.
Probably the Odyssey for me. Ooh, it's between Odyssey and Project Hail Mary.
How's the book? You read it, right?
Oh, book is fantastic. Book is really good. One of my favorites.
How about Michael? Part 1, maybe.
No.
I'm excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day and Supergirl. Are probably my top 2 this year. I'm excited for. I know that sounds like on brand for me, I guess, but I don't know. I'm excited for a lot of movies overall. I'm not excited for Mandalorian and Grogu. Probably not gonna watch it. Are you gonna watch that movie, Josh?
I will, but I'm not excited to.
I'll have to watch it, I guess.
Ooh, Spielberg's new movie, Disclosure Day. That looks really interesting.
Yes, because like what you're disclosing has to be good. Because it's all built up for a reveal, and the reveal is not good. That's a bad movie. But it might be a cool reveal. It's Spielberg. I don't know, man. He's used to alien stuff before with E.T., Close Encounters, War of the Worlds. He's done a lot. That was Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds, right?
Mhm.
With Spielberg. So I'm excited to see what he does this again. He doesn't really make bad movies in general. He makes at worst okay movies. So like I'm excited for it regardless.
Yeah.
Like The Post is okay. I'm like, okay. That's not like it's a bad movie. It's like it wasn't my thing. Let's see. Anything else? Moana live action this year. Pretty cool.
Nah, I'm good.
What do you mean? What's that? Hold on. We got the Epic, which is that new Elvis movie, I think.
It's like a documentary / concert movie.
See, I would have said The Legend of Aang, but they keep changing things. So I don't know. Oh, Godzilla Minus Zeros this year, I think. That's pretty cool.
The director of A Quiet Place Day One has a new movie coming out called The Death of Robin Hood, starring Hugh Jackman. Looks really cool and interesting.
It's just him being Logan again. It's just the movie Logan. It's just like, I am disgruntled hero. Different time period, though. Yeah, I mean, this is fun. I am excited. I think this will be a fun year for movies. I think most years are good years for movies now. Like 2019 onward has been really fun for movies. Minus a few hiccup years because we had a pandemic, but like even some of those years were good movies, like even released like online or like day in, day out, day of kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. On to this year, Josh. Woohoo! 2026. You're a new man. New exciting things happen. Woo.
Ooh.
You excited to turn 26 soon?
Sure, why not?
You got like 2 months, man.
Cool.
2 months and 12 days. Crazy. I know math. And then for those who don't know, Josh probably being at Los Angeles on his birthday. Woo woo! We're gonna go to Disneyland and be a kid again, and
Ooh.
Universal Studios, and gets going on a studio tour. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to this episode today, and thanks for watching. If you watch on YouTube, it's been pretty fun. This has been a good time. I like reflecting. I always like talking about movies in general. Reflecting on the year is pretty cool. And we didn't touch as much on the autumn stuff because we did a whole episode on that. Josh, where can people find you online?
I'm on YouTube at Josh Rudolph, same as Letterboxd, and Instagram at J_Rudy16.
You can find me on everywhere at SeanDotmov, Sean.mov, all spelled out. And you can find the show on Twitter at GeekSpeak Pod. Tweet us there at #GeekSpeakPod. We're also on Blue Sky, same thing, GeekSpeak Pod. You can email us at podgeekspeak@gmail.com, and you can join our Discord down below for real-time discussions about your favorite shows, movies, TV show, games, whatever. I did also remove on here. I had on there originally favorite gaming experience of 2025, not 2019. But I didn't do a lot of new game stuff. Did you do anything game-wise that was new for you?
Yes, I would say my favorite game of the year was Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That shit was fantastic. It stars Charlie Cox and Andy Serkis. Amazing game. I highly recommend everyone play it.
Hearing it stars is really funny for video games. Yeah, I guess I played the new Mario Party game, or new for me, the Jamboree one. That was really fun. I used to be a pretty big gamer. I don't have time for anything anymore. I miss having time in my life. I miss not having work and school and stuff, and could just do stuff. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Have a great time, and go watch Survivor 50 starting in my week. Woohoo! Josh, who's your winner pick?
A person.
Bye.
Bye.